So I hope you guys remember the last video I told you that I'm a little aggressive. So I'd like to touch on that a little bit today. Today's topic is going to be life ain't fair. And I'm going to prove it to you. Think about all the bad stuff that has happened to you. Go back in history and all the stuff that you claim has made you who you are, who has made you strong and made you tough. It's weathered your skin. Think about all that stuff that's so rough on you. Maybe you were broke. Maybe you were homeless, hungry. It's always worse. Kind of cliche, right? But it's true. How hungry were you? Were you starving? Did you almost die? People are dying of hunger. So if you didn't almost die, how bad was it? How tough is your skin now? The contradictory nature of people, it's odd, because you can sit and complain about your job and not do anything about it. You can wake up every day and doing the same routine over and over and over again and do nothing about it, and then in the same hand complain about it, and inside somewhere you're saying, life ain't fair. Life ain't fair. Why do I have to do this? What are you doing? What are you doing to change it? If everything in life came easy, if everything in life were straight up and standard, you would wake up every day at the same time with your alarm clock. You would go to work every day. You would get the same amount of things done. You would do the same exact thing when you came home. Maybe you take a shower, cook dinner, lay down, maybe read a book, watch a little TV, maybe do some housework, all the stuff that you would have had to have done a dozen times over. And you don't realize that that whole time you put yourself in that position to have that be unfair. Unfair is really a complaint about how things aren't going your way. So things aren't going to go your way 9 times out of 10. Because your way, you've set a high standard. You've set a super high standard for yourself. Everything. Even though you might have a low self-esteem, I'll do the quote fingers, low self-esteem, you made that. It wasn't somebody else. You decided to be hurt because of somebody else's words, actions. You made that. But on the same hand, those actions or words somewhere else in the world most likely looked at as petty. So is it fair? What does it even mean? Life's not fair. What does that mean? I don't know. I don't think that there's such a thing. You could use another cliche. Life is what you make it. Ugh. Life is what you make it, but it also makes you. I mean, geez, you didn't ask to be born. You didn't ask to be born the way you were born. You didn't ask for your parents. You didn't ask for any of that. So how fair is that? And if you did have that choice, what choice would you make? Would you choose to be born? Would you choose to be conceived? Would you change your parents? Is that fair? So then you get through the portion of learning how to be you, learning how to be a person, being able to survive on your own, understanding a certain way of doing things and getting comfortable in the same routine. You get sick of it, very sick of it. How often do you tell yourself, I am sick of this shit? I probably tell myself that about 40 times a day. You could ask my wife, she'll tell you the same thing. I tell her I am sick of this shit 40 times a day. But getting back on the topic, life ain't fair. Yeah, you don't get to pick when you die. So the things that you do get a choice over, the important ones, like who's your friends, what kind of people do you associate with? How are you choosing that? How are you choosing the direction you go in? When you watch television, when you're reading books, when you're on social media, when you're out and about and in public, do you put yourself in places that can put you in harm? Do you put yourself intentionally in places that can cause significant damage to your lifestyle? I mean, because if you do, what? Why? Do you jump in the fucking bathtub with a blow dryer? Nope. Some people do. It's probably because they're sick of this shit. And they don't know what else to do. Nobody's ever pointed out that they don't have to do what they're doing. But what is your avenue? If you're so closed-minded to your life being such shit, are you going to be able to find your way? So maybe you have to accept your life Maybe you have to roll with the punches. Maybe you don't. But is it fair to say that life is not unfair? It's redundant. Because the only thing fair in life is knowing that you are alive until you die. Everything else is opinion. It is all virtue. It is all perspective. Real humanitarians try to show the world there is a better way. Not with anger, not with frustration. There is a better way of doing things. There's a better way of thinking about things. Anger is only a small portion of what makes up people, and I'm a lot of it. For some reason, sympathy doesn't trend with me. And maybe that helps me see things in different ways. Because I'm not sad for you because your feelings got hurt. Sorry that it happened. Not aimed at anybody. It's just something that you have to kind of deal with, right? You have to know that you came into this world with aren't going to be there. You might not be there either. Accepting that in itself, accepting the fact that you will not be with those people, proves you are willing to live a fair life. Being fair or having a fair life means you are fair to you. If you are upset because somebody hurt your feelings, step back, take a look at that feeling, and ask yourself, is that the worst place you could be right now? But is it the worst place you could be right now? If you are in a situation of life and death, that is fair. Because that's the only thing you have. You have life, you have death. You've got habits, it's your opinion, it's your choice. You've got emotions, again, your choice. Science will say chemicals, could be, still your choice. Maybe I have a chemical imbalance, I don't know. Most likely. I want to leave you with something really strong, something powerful. Close your eyes and imagine you are walking down a trail and it's leading you up to a cliff. As you get to the cliff, you notice that there is a young girl standing at the edge of the cliff. There's a mom screaming, please don't, please don't. And the young girl jumps off the edge of the cliff, bounces off a rock, catches on a tree. The mom kneels down, looks over the edge of the cliff to see that her daughter was still alive, was caught on the edge of a tree, and her first reaction was to kneel down and pray. First reaction. I don't know about you, but I have never seen a spirit lift a person off a fucking tree that jumped over the edge of a cliff. Sorry. Just never seen it. Is that harsh? It probably is, but still, while you're imagining this mom kneeling down and praying and other people start gathering around, they witness what just happened and they notice that the girl is on the edge of the cliff and everyone gathers. Everyone gathers to gather everything they can. They start taking off their clothes. They're tying things together. They're going down to that girl and they're grabbing that girl and they're pulling her up. Daughter gets pulled up to safety. The only thing that woman could say is, thank God. Bless you, God. That's all I got.